A lot of interesting stuff going on in boxing. But where you want to start at, man?
Well, I mean, what I wanted to do was just kind of go through that prelim undercard that was on ESPN Plus.
Okay. I started watching boxing at 2:50 p.m.
Yeah.
And the main card started at 7 p.m.
I didn't understand why the main card started so late. The main card didn't have to start so late. But
they had a lot of boxing the whole time, Shawn, though.
Yeah, but still, I mean, no, they didn't. They had a break.
There was a break in there?
I believe there was. Carson will tune in to confirm.
Nah, it was constant.
It was constant?
Yeah.
Well, hey, real quick, shout out Nico Ali Walsh. Moves forward.
Draw.
Oh, well, yeah.
A lot of people wasn't happy about that.
I didn't think he got. I thought he won the fight.
That's what I'm getting a lot of smoke about that.
Yeah, I thought he won the fight. Well, shoot. With that being said, this is what I had to say about Nico.
Go ahead.
I thought he looked better last night than he's looked practically his whole career.
Okay.
He's had some fights against some duds where he's knocked them out. He's looked like really good. He looked really good. But last night, I just thought the body of work that he put in through, I think, was it 6 or 8 rounds last night?
6.
Yeah, through the body of work he put through 6 rounds.
Could have been 8.
Or 8 rounds. It was like, to me, it was just a good night at work. And I thought that even though his opponent, Ohio's finest, apparently somebody from Youngstown area, I don't remember him. But
Danny.
Yeah.
8 rounds, by the way.
8 rounds, okay. Danny Rosenberger.
Yeah, Rosenberger. Yeah, I didn't really know him, but I knew some people from back home, and they chirped at me. He said, "This is gonna be a really hard fight.
I heard
it's gonna be a good fight. I think Nico's gonna win, but Rosenberger is not gonna just roll over."
Okay.
And I thought, he landed some really good punches throughout the fight. But this is what I wanted to say about Nico. And I think it goes the same for Jake Paul. I think you guys, the world has an expectation based on who these people are. And you really don't have a realistic expectation based on who he is. You know what I mean? So when you look at Nico really not even boxing until he's a teenager and really not even starting to perform and fight until he's out of high school. He's 18, 19 years old before he's even getting amateur fights.
I think he started right mid-high school, 16.
And then 16. He turns pro, and here he is. ESPN, Top Rank, everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. They're, for the sake of words, riding on that Ali name. But what they're doing is they're saying, hey, this is that blood of that champion that you once saw. It's in him. And they're promoting him that way. That's what they're supposed to do. But the other side of that is that we have to be realistic and say, hey, he's not Muhammad Ali. He didn't start when he was 10 years old. He didn't do the amateur program. He didn't go to the Olympic Games. We should not have this extreme high expectation about Nico Ali Walsh. But then guess what? Everybody's going to say, well, we have the expectation because y'all keep saying he's Ali. Y'all keep saying he's Ali.
Yeah, we had some people very disrespectful. Maybe in the comments right now, somebody said, he's not Ali, he a Walsh.
Yeah.
Very disrespectful. But I mean, just keep doing what you're doing, man. I mean, this one, you got to run it back.
Yeah.
You got to get this back. I mean, you had a draw, you ran it right back?
One fight in between them.
Oh, okay. But you got to get it back.
Got to get it back. It depends on where you're trying to go. And we've heard in interviews him say, I just want to see how far I can take it. He's not saying I want to be a world champion. He's not saying I want to take over boxing.
Okay.
He's not saying any of these things, you know? And so this is what I wanted to say. Like, society does not allow patience. You have to have patience with this young man. You got to understand that at this point in his career, for him to get a draw, honestly, I mean, again, he's almost out of high school when he starts doing this, you know? He does this out of a love that everyone else has, and he develops his love for himself. But that don't mean the skills is going to be there right away. That don't mean that the tenacious spirit is going to be there right away. That don't mean that dog going to be there right away. And everybody has to be patient with him, including ESPN. And we can see that they reduced where he was at on the card, you know? He's now opening up tonight, where at one point he was like going on right before TV started, you know? And so they tried to adjust some things and make him fit for him. He had another strong, tough guy.
It was on ESPN Plus.
I know, but remember when he first came on the scene,
you felt like it was too.
No. But he was the main event on ESPN Plus before you go to the main, TV. Yeah. Right. And so they started pulling him back. You know. So I mean, he gets a draw. I can only imagine how he feels where all this is coming at him anyway. And the only thing I want to encourage Nico to do, and I want to encourage anyone who supports him or is looking for the best Nico Ali Walsh in his next fight, just be patient. You know, understanding that he's a late bloomer, he's late to the game, and I also thought that his boxing ability has come a long way since he first started boxing professionally on ESPN.